Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with this edition of School Police Talk. You might know the gentleman on the right, but you don't know the lady on the left. So, ma'am, please introduce us and tell us what it is that you do.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Gruby. I'm the CCSD Safe Routes to School Coordinator. So we operate an educational-based program to teach students K through 12 about traffic safety.
And you, sir, what is your name and tell us what it is that you do?
Lieutenant Brian Zink. I'm the Operations Lieutenant for our Region 3, and I'm also the Public Information Officer for the School District Police Department, as well as our Community Relations Supervisor.
You brought some notes. Anything that, what else would you like to share with us?
Well, then we're talking about the holiday season and purchasing, right?
Yes,
so
I want to hear about this.
I just think it's important that you're going to get a lot of requests from your kids, right? And it's important to look at the age of the student making the request and their ability. If they want an e-bike, for example, do they have prior experience on a regular pedal bike first? Do they know the rules of the road, and have you practiced the rules of the road with them prior to? A lot of parents don't realize how heavy e-bikes are. So depending on the classification, you might get, the heavier they'll get. For example, a class 1 is like a pedal assist bike that goes up to a max speed of 20. Typically they're a little bit lighter as well, but as cargo bikes, I mean, I could barely even lift some e-bikes myself. So are students able to handle the weight of the bike, and are they able to properly stop? I think that's a key. Are they able to stop on that e-device or at that e-scooter? That's the dangers of e-scooters, is they do not stop as quick as a bicycle. So there's a lot of e-scooters that are going at top speeds over 20 as well, but they're not having that stopping capability to stop as abruptly as a bike using both brakes. So,
and then importantly also on that too, that all of these devices are single person use.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times I'll go through a school zone and see 2 kids on a scooter, and the person on the front may know that they're stopping, but the person on the back might not.
yes.
And so they're not meant for 2 people, and so
We
it's
see
very
this all
unsafe.
the time. They throw
Very
their friends,
unsafe.
their girlfriends on the e-motorcycles, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and zip down the street without helmets. So that's important to know. And we keep in mind, scooters and e-bikes are a great form of transportation, and our families are using them. So our families are putting students on the back of them as well and taking them to and from school. So we want to keep
a lot of
that in
times
mind.
without helmets, and that's the other big safety issue too, is that if you get your kid something like this, make sure you buy them a helmet and they wear a helmet. I know a lot of kids don't like to, but we'll get into speeds and what happens if you don't have the proper equipment as we continue to talk. But yeah, it's
Yeah, we appreciate them because
care
they're out
of.
there. They're out there in the cold.
Yeah,
And, you know what I mean, and the warm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was just a story in Fox last week about one getting hit by a car. So again, they're out there trying to make it safer for our kids. We got to make it safe for them.
Yeah, 100%. Let's look right here, and then we'll wave goodbye. Okay. All right. See you later.
Thanks, Neil.